to day 21 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we're talking about framework number 12, goal framework number 12, and it is the OGSM framework. Now, it might remind you of something else, but it's missing a few letters. I shouldn't say that. It's so inappropriate. But today we're going to talk about that. We're going to practice and try on this particular goal framework. I guess I have used this one before, but it wasn't called this. In corporate America, this is the strategy we would follow when we were setting goals for our departments and then the division and the company as a whole. So what does OGSM stand for? It stands for objectives, goals, strategies, and measures. And what does that do? It does all the things we want to do in our goals, but it makes it actionable. It makes it measurable. It makes them something we can divide up for ourselves, either by time or for our organizations or for people to help us achieve our goals by breaking it down into little bite-sized pieces. So we have our overarching objective. What do we want to accomplish this year? And then our brand. What's our brand objective or our personal brand objective, right? Because we have personal goals, we have professional goals, we have goals for each different area and aspect of our life. Then our goals, they need to be fixed and measurable, which measurable comes into the M of this one. They also have to be something that's agreed upon by everyone in the organization so that we can all work together toward the same thing. They have to be strategic, meaning they guide our actions. They have to have strategies to back up the goals and objectives of what we want to achieve. How are we going to get there? Well, we're going to have strategies and plans to do that. And then M stands for measures. How are we going to measure and know if we're hitting these milestones, if we're hitting these objectives, if we're hitting these goals, if we're taking these actions and following the strategies or not? Well, we need to have ways to measure that, to track our progress, right? It's a direct way to track our progress. That's why I'm always pushing that we do measures and we find ways to measure whether we're progressing toward what we want or away from what we want. We'll talk about that in the SOAP framework. I guarantee I'll share the SOAP framework a lot this year because it is currently my favorite process or framework for dealing with any sort of challenge that comes my way. I came up with it and actually have done it my whole life, but really solidified the process during the pandemic and said, okay, this is a big challenge for all of us. Everybody on the planet is going through the same thing simultaneously. How often does that happen? Like never. So how am I going to deal with it? And how can I help other people deal with it as well? Came up with the SOAP framework and the Get Up and Go challenge. So we would get up and keep moving. We did it every other month for 2 years. We did a 30+ day challenge and then rolled that into the annual challenge last year and covered it every month during part of each of the different 9 life areas of life framework that I like to share. And then this year we'll cover it. It won't be as the same way as we did last year, but we will cover it at least once a month. Maybe not this month, but next month for sure. So OGSM, what's our action item? Pick a goal that you want in your life, or maybe just make one up. Say, hey, if I were starting my own business, or if I had my own business, or if I wanted a job promotion, or if I, whatever, what would my objectives, goals, strategies, and measures be to know if I achieved that or not? I think I'm going to do a financial or a business related goal because I'm working on starting a new business. Whenever I start a new business, guess what I do? I create a plan and a framework and a strategy around it. I know what my objectives and my goals are, and then I implement those and take action on those. So that's what I'm going to do. Do what works for you. Pick any area or aspect of your life that you want to get something in, right? And apply this particular framework to it. Again, we're trying on all these different frameworks to pick and choose the pieces of it that work for us. And I'm thinking I'm peeking and sneaking ahead. The pages are stuck together. I think day 25, we are going to work on your goal framework and my goal framework. And we are going to pick maybe day 26, because I might share what I currently do on day 25. All right. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Have an awesome day and have fun with this framework.